What's up everybody, Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. It's New Comic Wednesday, and you know what that means. That's right, it's time for my comic book pull list. Now before I get into that, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Now in case you don't already know, every single Wednesday new comic books are released at your local comic book shop, and if you don't have a local comic book shop near you, you can always get online and order through like Comixology, Marvel.com, DC, and just all the other different publishers typically have their apps where you can order comic books digitally if you don't have a local comic book shop near you, but if you do have one, you should get out and support them. So what is a comic book pull list? Well, if you don't know what that is, go ahead and take a look at the video right up there where you can go and find out more about that. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into my comic book pull list, and I'm going to start off with Marvel, going to DC, small press, and indies as I do normally. So first off on my pull list is on Marvel is Spider-Verse issue number 1. Now this is, I guess probably somewhat of a bigger series coming out. Recently there was Into the Spider-Verse released by Sony Pictures, so this is obviously going to be a new story, kind of, in the same vein of that chapter. They had Spider-Verse, a series that happened not too long ago, a handful of years ago. Then last year we had Spider-Geddon, which was actually kind of like a part 2 to that, and this is once again a new series. So picked up this issue number 1. We're gonna see how it is. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be doing a review on that very soon. The next one I've got here is Swordmaster issue number 4. This series, man, already on issue number 4. I can't believe it's there already. I've really liked this series so far. I think it's something that I probably need to do more reviews on, for one. But I'll probably do a couple of those, a little more. Toss 2 or 3 of them in a video to let you guys know a little bit more about those series. And if you guys want to know any reviews out of any of these books that I've been pulling, let me know down in the comments below. All the feedback is greatly appreciated. I know I've been having a lot of success with the House and Powers of X series. Those have been doing very good here on the channel. The next issue I have here is Black Cat issue number 5. Can you guys believe we're already on issue number 5 of this series? And I've got to tell you, I've really liked what's been happening in this Black Cat series. I think I'm an issue behind. I think I still got to read issue number 4, but I've really liked it, what's been going on here. Again, Jed McKay been doing a pretty good job bringing this story to life. Now, the art in it probably isn't necessarily for everybody, but I think that it's been pretty good. The covers on these issues have been absolutely phenomenal. Again, very good series. I think you guys, if you're into like Spider-Man or even Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, I think it's something you guys should check out. Definitely been a good series for me. I've liked it. The next one I have here is Savage Avengers issue number 6, and check out that cover, man. I got to tell you, this series right here, I've really liked. I'm not really big on haven't really read a whole lot of Conan or anything, but what's been going on in this series, I've quite enjoyed. I definitely need to bring you guys some reviews on this whole series altogether, because I don't think I've even done a review on any of them. So pay attention for that coming up here on the channel. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want to know more on these, make sure that you go ahead and let me know down in the comments below what of these books you'd like me to do reviews on, because it seems like on Marvel and DC, the ones I've been pulling, I haven't been doing as many reviews of, just because they come out, I don't know, some of them come out, like the Spider-Mans have been coming out bi-monthly and stuff like that, and plus I've been covering a lot more of the indies here on the channel. So any of these you want me to cover, guys, let me know down in the comments below. So again, House of X issue number 6. I already dropped a review of this one earlier this morning. This series has been absolutely phenomenal. If you guys aren't reading this series that Jonathan Hickman has been writing, I don't know what you're waiting for. Get on Comixology, get on Marvel.com, get out to your local comic book shop and pick these up. Now, I will tell you, these things have been flying off the shelves. This series has been doing really good. And so, they're probably sold out at your local comic book shop. You may have to go pick up a second printing, a third printing, or anything like that. Again, they are 2 different series. There's House of X, issue number 6, which is what this one is. This is the last one of this particular series before it goes ahead and spins off into the rest of the other books that are going to be coming out of this. I believe there's like 5 or 6 titles getting ready to come out for, just the mutants and all the X characters as well. So I think it's one you guys should definitely check out, but it will be available on trade paperback pretty soon. And Powers of X issue number 6 comes out next week. And like I said in my review for this book right here, I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of content creators. Maybe we'll just make it like an open thing. Maybe next weekend or something, we can get just whoever wants to come in and discuss what's been going on in this series. We'll go ahead and geek out and talk about that here pretty quick. And if there's anybody you guys want me to reach out to, you think might be a good addition to come in and talk about these things, let me know down in the comments below. I'm more than happy to reach out to anybody to try to get them to come onto the channel so we can talk about these things. I've really liked what Jonathan Hickman has been doing in this series. The next one is issue number 16 of The Punisher. And I've got to tell you guys, I'm not for sure. I haven't read this issue yet, but I honestly think that this is it. According to the last issue number 15, the way it left off, it says to be concluded. I have a feeling something pretty big is getting ready to happen in this book. Again, I haven't read this, so I don't know. And if there's coming to an end or whatnot, I don't know. It's pretty sad to see that because I really like what Matthew Rosenberg has been doing writing this series. The art in this book has really matched the tone and everything. Just kind of dark and gritty and just really excellent series. I've really enjoyed it. I can't speak enough good things about this series so far. Again, it's Frank Castle, Punisher. You know what you're getting out of a Punisher book, I think, for the most part. Frank Castle going out there and exacting his revenge. Got a bunch of bang bang, shoot 'em up, guns. It's just been a great series, man. I can't say enough good things about it. The next one I have here is on DC Comics. I'm done with all my Marvel. Is going to be DCeased, issue number 5. Now, I could be wrong, but I think there's maybe one more issue left of this series. It might be 2. I'm not really for sure. Seems like most of them kind of cap off at 5, 6 issues. So I could be wrong. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments below. Feel free to beat me up down there. But I've really liked this series. You guys know I don't read a whole lot of DC here on the channel. But Tom Taylor has been doing an absolutely great job writing this DCeased series. I've really liked it. Can't wait to get my eyes on this series as well. And they had a spin-off series recently called DCeased, A Good Day to Die, and I'm not for sure how many issues that's going to be, but I did pick up that issue a couple of weeks ago as well. It might have been last month. I don't know. It was a while back, but again, I've really liked what's been going on in the DCeased. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into some smaller press and indies, and the first one I have here is on IDW Comics. I already reviewed issue number 1 of this, but that's Mountainhead, issue number 2. Now I gotta say, this one I'm kind of excited to get my eyes on and give this one a read. I did really like the issue number 1. I'm hoping that continues here into the second issue. The art in this book was, I don't know, it just kind of it really matched the story and what was going on here. Kind of, I don't know how to explain the art in it, but the art, the coloring, everything's just kind of matched. It just kind of got an odd, eerie feeling to it. I believe it is going to be more of a horror title from what I've got out of the other one. I was kind of wondering if it was thriller, but then once I got in, to the meat and bones of the last one, or I guess the meat and potatoes of the last one, it was a really, really good series. I'm hoping that continues here in issue number 2. Then the next one is Canto, issue number 5. Now, if you guys haven't been reading this series, I've absolutely loved it. I've been putting off slack, and really more than putting off, getting out reviews on this. The Kanto series has been really great. I know issue number 1 had several reprints on it already. This series has been really good. Really, really fun, like fantastical adventure kind of book. Somewhat reminiscent of maybe like a, I don't know, maybe somewhat like a Lord of the Rings meets, I don't know how to explain it, but if you guys have read this, let me know down in the comments below. Kanto is definitely one that you guys should check out. Again, and soon enough, it'll probably be on trade paperback soon enough. Again, I've really liked this series so far. Now, the next one I have here is actually on Dark Horse Comics, and I really like the issue number 1 of this. I did a review, but that's Everything, issue number 2. So basically, what's going on here so far in the story was, and I haven't read this issue yet, but was, there was a small, a big box retailer that opened up in this small town in Michigan, and things are amiss in this small town. Things go on in small towns. A lot of secrets, a lot of things going on. People never quite talk about. People don't want to face up to them, own up to them. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? If you're from a small town like I am, you kind of know what that is. Every small town has its secrets, and I can't wait to read this issue number 2. The last one was really good, really well written. So that's all I've got for Dark Horse. The next one I have here is on a publisher I've been telling you guys about here on the channel. That's on Vault Comics, and that's The Necromancer's Map, issue number 2. I really did like the first issue on here, and I'm thinking about going back and reading. You know, this is a spin-off of the series called what is it? It's Songs for the Dead, a Songs for the Dead tale. So I may go back and see if I can pick those up on trade paperback or something. Very good series here. I like this. You know, it's like a kind of a medieval fantastical tale as well. Again, I thought this the first book was really good. I mean, it set up the story pretty good for me, not knowing any of the characters or anything. Again, I like what they're doing over there at Vault Comics. I haven't read a bad title out of there yet. I'm waiting for it, guys. I'm waiting for it, Vault Comics. You know, are you guys gonna ever give me a bad issue, a bad title? I don't know, man. I'm seriously doubting it, and that's a good thing, right? Yeah. Anyway, another one I've got here, and this is on Ablaze Comics, and this is one I think a lot of people have been looking forward to, and that is Vampire State Building. This issue was absolutely phenomenal, and that's the Inyuk Lee version cover of it. This book was really good. I've got a review, should be dropping here on the channel soon enough. Excellent series, vampire, horror, people stuck in a building, great book. Great series. If you guys haven't picked this up yet, you need to get out to your local comic book shop and pick this one up. I can't wait for issue number 2 on this one. Now, these next ones I'm going to tell you about were some issues I got from my local comic book shop. They let me to go ahead and check out and do some reviews here on the channel. And I got to tell you, I did like those. I already dropped a review on this one. That's Ruby Falls issue number 1. Again, a great issue. On Dark Horse Comics. One I think you guys might want to check out if you like murder mysteries. Definitely a good one. Female-led book right here. Very excellent series. I think it's one you guys should check out if you're into that sort of thing. You know, female-led murder mysteries. Small town, once again. Good story. Now, the next one here was Ghost Rider, issue number 1. I did get a chance to read this one as well. I've got going to do a review on this. I thought this book was okay. Again, I'm not really big on Ghost Rider or anything. Never really read a whole lot of them. And so I don't know a whole lot of what's going on in the story. Other than what they gave us in this issue, they do kind of tell you some things going on here. I thought this book was okay. I'm not sure that it's one that I will go out and purchase. Maybe I'll wait for a trade paperback, but I will probably get issue number 2 and review it as well. Again, look for the review coming on the channel here soon enough for that one. And the next one I got, again, this is Cobra issue number 1. This is on Image Comics. Again, this isn't one I picked up. My local comic book shop lent this one to me so I could read it and bring a review on it. So look out for a review on that one coming here on the channel very soon as well. But I thought this issue number 1 was pretty good. Now, this is one I might, you know, might normally, if there wasn't some of the things in this book, I might kind of tear this one apart. But I'm going to give this one some leeway, and you'll see why in the review. But that's all I have for my comic book pull list this week. Let me know down in the comments below, folks, what's on your comic book pull list? And what of these books would you like to see me do some reviews on very soon and talk about on the Trailer Park Live on Friday? That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. Now, I know that I normally shoot these at my local comic book shop, but it's just been a very busy week. Got a lot of things going on, so I didn't get a chance to shoot there today. But, you know, thank you all so much. If you're not already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click that little bell so you get notifications anytime I have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, give it a thumbs down. But it seems odd you're just not going to like a video where I'm just showing you the comic books that I pulled for the week, right? Yeah, anyway, but while you're at it, make sure you share this video with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great week. Happy reading. Get out and support your local comic book shop, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.